Hello folks, it's been a while. Summer and Rosie back with you again. I'm just doing a quick intro before Rosie does her fabulous work. Yay! And so not giving too much away, because then no point watching the video, but you're gonna learn some things. So don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends. Get your cup of coffee, get your cup of tea at the ready, get your bottle of Coke or your iron brew at the ready, and sit back, relax, and enjoy!
Alright, hello. First of all, sorry if my camera skills are not wonderful, that's not the point of the video. It's not the main part anyway, so... Okay, I was going to just do this in the screen recorded part, but it's quite a bit in itself, so I'm going to do a separate part for that. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. So this is why I'm not doing the screen recorded part. Okay, so basically this is going to be a series where I go through the apps that I was using in my video where I was showing you how to edit or how I edit. And I go through them. I'm not going to go through everything individually because that would take ages. I'm just going to sort of give you a preview of things or explain basically what they are. I'm not going to actually edit things in there, but if you want me to, anything that I cover today, if you want a specific video on how to actually edit that or how you'd import implement that, well done, how you would implement that, then by all means please leave a comment and I will specifically do a video on that, but today it's just an overview of everything that the app can do. So this is the first video in the series. The videos might not be uploaded right after each other, so this first one is about Videorama and the next one might not be the next video that gets uploaded on the channel. However, this is a continuous series. Okay, so as I said, the first part today is Videorama, and that's the first app I used in that editing video. This series, there's no particular order of how I'm going to do it, but just, I'm just telling you. Okay, so I will link the app in the description, but I'm also going to explain to you how, what it is about, and that's why I'm doing it, so you can see me, because we're not actually doing any screen recording stuff right now, so I didn't see the point in doing a screen recording video. Okay, so I will when I'm actually doing it, but right now I'm not going to. Okay, so I'm not going to cover the audio app in this sort of series, because at the end of the day, that's only because I edit audio. Usually if I'm editing a video like this, for example, I wouldn't use that, but however, if you would like me to review it, like I'm doing with this, doing an overview, please leave it down below. It's called Voloco if you would like me to do that. Okay, so Videorama is an editing app that I use, and we'll find out what it's all about when we actually go in it. There's a one-time purchase within the app. It's free to download from the App Store or itself. I don't know about Android, so I'm just going to go with the iOS stuff, because that's what I'm here to do. So it's free to download from the App Store. However, you can only edit videos up to 3 minutes with it when you first download it, and it leaves a watermark in your video, so it basically tells you it's been edited by Videorama, and you don't really want that. So you can go in and get the Pro version, which I have now. And it's a one-time purchase. I can't remember exactly how much it is. I think it was roughly about £20 or something like that. I don't know other currencies, so that's something that you can figure out, but it's a one-time purchase, and after you pay for that you get access to everything. So basically when you first get it, you don't only just get only a 3-minute limit, you get only access to one category of the sounds and things like that. So you get access to all the other categories of the sounds when you upgrade, and you also get access, you can do as long videos as you want. Okay, so as I said, I'll leave the app link in the description. As I said, initially it's free, and then you can go in and do the in-app purchase, which I recommend, because it also, I forgot to mention, takes the watermark off your video, so it doesn't say edited by Videorama or whatever it says. I don't know what it says, I can't see it, but people don't want to know that, but so plus it would only be like a 3-minute video, you'd be able to upload it anyway. So yeah, but if you want me to do any specific part of the app, if you see something and you're like, oh, that looks quite cool, how do you actually do that, then please let me know. And also, again, sorry for the bad camera skills if they're bad, I can't really see screen very well right now. Again, that's not the point of this video. I'm just doing this sort of clip because I'm not actually screen recording. Well, I don't need to screen record things right now, so I figured we'll do it this way. Okay, enough of me talking. Let's go on to the video. Okay, so Today I'm just going to do a little overview of the app. As I said, if you want anything specific that I covered today in today's video, wow, that I cover in today's video, then please just let me know in the comments. Today I'm just going to do a little overview, and I'm going to just basically explain what things do. And if I don't quite know what they do, then I'll just show you them anyway. And if you want me to like go into it, then I will like do it in detail. Okay, let's go.
Photography folder, 12 apps. Videorama. Videorama, info, button.
Hold on a second, actually, turn my slow voiceover down.
Words, speaking rate, 95%, 90%, 85, 80%, 75, 70, 65, 60%, 55, 50%.
There we go. Sorry, I forgot to do that at the start. My brain's not working today. Right, here we are. So I've actually got some projects in here already because I'm editing the video that I'm doing now. So I'm editing some of the clips that go with it. So I've already got them. So this is a little extra bit. But if not, it would just go into the bits, the portrait bit and landscape bit. But anyway, let's just swipe.
Help, button. Select a project to edit. 55 seconds. 4.25 minutes. 42 seconds.
So if you wanted to click whatever one, you would just go in and it would take you into the editing screen. But we're going to make another one.
Pick a project size to get started. Landscape, 16 times 9. Square, 1 times 1. Portrait, 9 times 16. Button.
These are just different types, different sizes, or different, like, if you want a landscape video or a portrait video, whatever. I usually do landscape when I'm doing my covers because I put an image over the top, but today we don't need that, so we're just going to do a portrait one.
Import media.
Okay, now I've made a little practice video for this. I'm not actually going to play it, but you need a video to be able to view all the options of what you can do to edit, so we're just going to use that.
Cancel. Button. Next button. 0:48.
Okay, then that's a video, but there's different types of media that you can change it to if you want to. So I'm just going to swipe there, and then we're going to go back.
All albums. Button. Videos. Button. Photos. Button. Colors. Button. Pixel day. Button. Pixel day. Button.
Okay, I don't know what that last one is. The other ones are all self-explanatory. However, it's got the video there that I want, so I'm just going to click on it. Whoopsies. I'm having
0:48. 0:48.
Okay, so then you go back up to the top bit, so we'll read it.
Import media. Cancel. Button.
Oh, it's not right at the top of the screen, but it's the top of the Videorama screen.
Next button. Importing. One projects. Button.
Okay, so now here we are in the screen of many editing this is. Right, so I'm just going to take you through the menus. Going to let VoiceOver do the talking. And if I need to explain, I need to explain. All right, let's go.
Okay. Share. Button.
That's if you need to share it. We'll worry about that later on.
00.0. Big play icon. Button.
This is just the video. The reason why it says big play is because it's like taking up a lot of the screen. If it says small play, it means it's not taking up as much of the screen. The video.
Tap for options or drag to reorder.
Okay, so there's the menus that just sit out, and then there's ones that are hidden away. This one's got a lot of menus that are hidden away, so we're going to go into that first before we even look at the ones that are default on the screen by default.
Projects. Button. Okay. Share. Button. 00.0. Big play icon. Button. Delete. Add new clip. Button. Edit clip.
Add new clip is part of the next set of options, but it's just reads it like that.
Trim. Duplicate. Reverse. Add tracks. Done.
Okay, so
Edit clip.
that takes you into another sub-menu. We'll go in there in a minute.
Trim.
That's what I usually do with photos, but if you want me to explore that in Videorama, I can do that because I've never actually done it before.
Duplicate.
Just makes two of them.
Reverse.
I'm assuming that just reverses the clip.
Add tracks.
Not quite sure what that does.
Done.
Okay, well that takes you back out. Okay, so let's go into this menu here,
Edit clip.
which is another sub-menu.
Edit clip.
Now I'm going to jump down a little bit on the screen so that it just does the
0%. Adjustable.
slider thing, and if you want to access the slider, I'm not sure exactly what a slider's for, you would just swipe up or down with one finger. with VoiceOver. If you're not using VoiceOver, you just swipe it over. But I'm doing it for VoiceOver's perspective. Okay, so let's just swipe and find out what we've got. So as I said, I'm just snapping out some of the screen because it's going to read the same things every time and it'll take ages.
48.7. Solid color. Blur. Pixelate. Darken. Monochrome.
Those are all visual things.
Background.
This is the current. These are little sub-menus, so we're currently in background.
Volume.
Okay, now, the things that you just read, the pixelate stuff, that's all to do with the background. So now we're going to go into this sub-menu.
Volume. 48.100. 77%. Adjustable.
That's how loud the volume is by default, so you can put that up or down with swiping, by swiping up or down with one finger.
Background. Volume. Orientation.
Now we're going to go into the next sub-menu.
Orientation. 0%. 48.7. Rotate right. Rotate left. Flip horizontal. Flip vertical.
Horiz means horizontal.
Background. Volume. Orientation. Controls.
Okay, now we're going in the sub-menu.
Controls. Saturation. Button.
Sorry.
40. Brightness. Contrasts. Saturation. Exposure. Vibrancy. Button.
I'm not too sure about all that stuff, actually, what that does.
0. 50%. Background. Volume. Orientation. Controls. Speed. Speed.
So this is the next sub-menu.
21. 0. 48. 1.0. 21%. 1.0x. 21%.
That's how much speed is
Adjustable.
there, so you would just again adjust it.
Background. Volume. Orientation. Controls. Speed. Speed.
Alright, and I'm going to click done in the top right hand corner of the screen.
Done. Button. Done.
Okay, now we're back to the normal
Projects.
menus
Button.
that you see. So, it's sometimes hard to find all that menu. I don't know how it appears, so it's not always there. And then beyond that starts to add new clip part that it read earlier on, and then it goes on to things that we're familiar with. So,
Add new clip. Big play icon. Add new clip. Button.
okay, we're going to start for here, because the other one's away somewhere else. We've already looked at it anyway, so it's okay, but sometimes it doesn't appear. You have to look for it. I don't know why, but you do. It's just a weird thing. Okay, so this is the normal menus that you're used to seeing. Oops. Why are we not doing that?
Add new clip. Add texts. Image. Voice. Video FX. Sound FX. Music. Overlays. Filters.
Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory, all these things. Just a couple cover.
Add texts.
If you add a new clip, which is the add new clip, just adds another clip to your video. Add text just means like you can add text to the video and it will come up on the screen. I don't know how VoiceOver users would do that because, well, it might be easy to type it in, but it'd be hard to sort of know when it, because you need to make it last for a specific time, which is hard for us.
Image.
Adding images is what I do all the time. You can put an image over your video to cover the visuals. You can make it bigger by like using your two fingers. Although with VoiceOver, it's hard to do that. You can only do it so big, or you can only, So I do that bit without VoiceOver because you can't do it with two fingers with VoiceOver. It doesn't work.
Voice.
That's like adding a VoiceOver thing. So you could do that along with the text. I've never actually done it, so I'm not sure exactly how it works. But you just basically talk, I think, over something.
Video FX.
There's some visual things that happen while your video's playing.
Sound FX.
There's some sounds that you can put on while it's, during your video. There's loads of different sounds. For example, I remember in the last video I did, the editing video on this channel, where I had to, unfortunately, I had to censor out a swear word and had to use a sound effect to do it. And even though I had it on the loudest it could go, I had to put, layer a couple of the same sound effect over it to make it loud enough, because sometimes it isn't, even if it's the loudest. So
Music.
that's where you put music. You can put music on your video, as you'll notice in some of the clips of this particular video.
Overlays.
That I'm not so sure about. I think it just covers specific parts of the screen that you want it to cover.
Filters.
And that's just like a visual thing, I think. I should have probably just went through them the first time rather than going through them again. But I didn't think I had as much explaining to do. But anyway, so yeah, if you want any specific part of that, done, I can do that. Okay, so the last part I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the sharing screen and show you how inaccessible it is, because we love that. Right, so I'm just going to jump to the OK share button, because that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do it out of every app. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the screen without screen recognition, then I'm going to turn it on to show you the difference in accessibility. And then I'm going to save the video to my camera. I'm not going to do any of the other apps that are there because they're different. I don't know how they work. The only reason I'm going to do camera is because it's a simple one and it's what people mostly use. However, if you want me to do any other apps that are covered there and you'll see what they are, then again, just leave a comment. All right, let's do it.
OK, share, button. OK, share, resolution and FPS.
Okay, so I'm just going to let VoiceOver talk for now.
Back, button. Very low 360p, button. Low 480p, button. Medium 720p, button. High 1080p, button. Selected. 30 frames per second, button. 60 frames per second, button, 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 button.
Okay, so that's basically the apps that are saying button. So when you put screen recognition on, the top part, like the top part's fine there, it reads it fine, normally without it, but sometimes with screen recognition, it sometimes doesn't read in the right order, or it reads it as a big blob. So for me, I'd recommend you don't use screen recognition until you get to the apps and then you put it on. But for the apps, it then reads it out. So I'm going to show you and then you can decide, but that's just my sort of advice.
Screen recognition on.
Alright, so we're going to go through the same screen again. However, if you don't excuse me, VoiceOver, thank you. If you don't want it on, I would just tell you, if you're going to only use photos, it's the top left app. So it's the first one, the first button basically you come across after all that stuff at the top. And I'm going to cover that one today because it's the simple one and that's what you normally use. But again, once you see all these other apps, if you want them covered, just comment. I'll do a separate video on them. I just didn't see the point in doing all of them now in case you don't need them, because they might be, photos is simple, but the other ones might have another whole process, so I don't want to go through it in case it's a big long process. But also, there's no point in doing a video for photos on its own, so I just covered it in here. Okay, let's go.
Resolution and FPS. Very low 360p. Low, 4. Medium 720p. High 1080p. 60 frames per second. 30 frames per second. Photos, button. Instagram, button. Facebook, button. Play, YouTube, button. Email, button. Chat, message, button. Twitter, button. Other, button.
Okay, I don't actually know what some of those really do, so again, if you want them covered, tell me. Alright, screen recognition's come back off.
Off.
Okay, so if you can only do this if you have a device that supports screen recognition. Alright, so I'm just going to save it. I'll need to put screen recognition back on in a minute, because when I double tap on photos, there's this little thing that comes up on the screen, and it still comes up regardless of whether screen recognition's on or not, or VoiceOver's on or not, because it's a Videorama thing. However, it doesn't read it out unless you put screen recognition on and focus it on that specific part. So I'll do that for you.
Button. Saving video. Res on. Play. You. Facebook.
Oops.
Tap to cancel. Oh. Saving video. 20%. This might take a while. Please do not close the app as it might corrupt your video. Button. Saving video. 64%. This might take a while. Please do not close the app as it might corrupt your video. Tap to cancel. Saving video. Resolution and FPS. Off.
Alright, okay, so now I'm just going to take you to the project screen. We're going to delete the project that we used today. As I said, there's not usually other projects in that screen, it just takes you right to the landscape portrait part. However, there's an extra step today because I do have extra projects. But yeah, let's do that.
Very low very low resolution. Back, button. Projects, button. Saving. Info, button.
Okay, so I'm going to have to listen for the duration. You might not know what it is. Also, this is another thing as well. If you don't have the premium version, it, as well as not getting all the sounds, you don't get all the music. You can only do one project at a time, etc. So that's also another benefit of having the premium version. I'm not going to go into detail about that because I already talked about that in the first clip. Just figured I'd give you a bit more examples. There's probably even more. Alright, So luckily for me, I actually remember the duration of the clip I need. If you don't, it's a bit more complicated. You can click into it and play the video, for example, and find out which one it is, so it's not that difficult. But anyway.
49 seconds.
Okay, it's usually the most, I don't know how it lays out, but usually the top one, I think, is the most recent one you've done, I'm sure. And you have to double tap it to get to the menu, because it just doesn't already happen for you.
49 seconds. Delete button. Double tap to name this project.
And then you need to tap it again for it to say that. That doesn't always work though, the whole naming it. It jumped to delete because that's the action I normally use. However, I'm going to go through all the other options.
Edit button.
So that would be if you first open the app and you want to edit a project, for example, when I'm like editing this video, these like clips and things that I'll be putting together, I'll be clicking into them to get them, to save them and put them all together and things like that. So you would click into it and it'd take you back into the screen we were just at, the editing screen we were in.
Clone button.
That makes a copy of the project.
Delete button.
That deletes it.
Share button.
And that shares it. So for example, if you accidentally hit projects instead of OK share, then it takes you to that share screen then. Okay, let's delete it.
Delete button. Delete alert. Are you sure you want to delete? Cancel. Delete button. 55 seconds.
Okay, that's reading out another project. If it wasn't there, it would just say, I think it would just say Videorama heading or something like that. But that's it. That's back where we started. Alright, that's it for today's video. As I said, anything that I covered, from editing or saving or anything like that, anything that you want me to talk about, you know, in detail itself, just specific things, please leave a comment. If you want me to do the editing app the audio editing app that I use as well, Voloco, please let me know, because I'm not going to do that in this series because it's not part of that. I just used it because I edit audio. I don't actually, in videos like this, I don't actually need it. Anyway, that's me, and I'll hand you now to Summer for the outro.
And that wraps up today's video, folks. If you want anything covered that Rosie went over, don't forget to put it in the comment box, because that's what it's for. It's not there just to look pretty, it's there to be used. So yeah, maybe you can use it. Suggestions are welcome of any specific editing apps. If you want a specific explanation of one, then we can go through it, which we're doing now. But if you want any more, or if you think it's good, give us a thumbs up. If you think it's terrible, give us a thumbs down and tell us why, because we want to know. We want to be improving videos all the time. And as we always say, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your pals, because we want more subscribers. So don't forget to tell your pals about us. Anyway, bye for now.